Morning. Something big, I mean really big, is cooking and no one is talking about it. The USA has pushed a third of its Navy fleet into the waters just off the Venezuelan coast over the last few weeks. It's also sent 2 aircraft carriers out to Japan, where China are carrying out military exercises as we speak. Yesterday, 1 US aircraft and 1 US helicopter crashed within half an hour of each other. That is really rare. There's a mass movement of US Air Force assets into Europe, with 10 US cargo planes arriving in the UK alone this week and others being deployed out into Europe. The US Defense Department, the Department of Defense, officially changed its name yesterday to the War Department, sending a very strong message to the world. And at the same time, President Trump calls all the military generals and all the admirals to Guantanamo for urgent secret meetings. All of them, not one, every single one. The US has moved tankers and cargo planes closer to the Middle East, all throughout Europe, at a time, I might add, where it sets them up for a possible strike on Iran. Russia is currently right now evacuating all of its diplomatic personnel and their families out of Israel. There's been 3 flights in the last 24 hours. What does Putin know? At the same time, Russia has deployed nuclear-capable Iskander ballistic missile systems in and around Poland, in Belarus. They have deployed military aircraft out to China, where China's carrying out their military training exercises to support the Chinese fleet. And yesterday, the Russian aircraft had a close encounter with the Japanese aircraft, and there was a stand down after, and only after, the Russian fighter jets locked in on the Japanese fighter jets, and then the Japanese fighter jets pulled away. In the meantime, guys, there's massive protests in Iran against the Islamic regime. They've taken place now for 2 weeks, and yesterday the first city fell to the people, a city called Abdanan. After the police joined the protesters, the Islamic government pulled out. At the same time, Russian cargo jets flew in, and they're believed to be bringing weapons and potentially taking gold out of the country. The protests continue to grow as cities across Iran now see similar things. So in summary, guys, USA and Venezuela in the China Sea and in Europe. There's escalating military presence and talk of war. China is deploying its troops, with some of Russian troops, in and around Japan. Russia is deploying missile systems and pulling all its diplomats out of Israel. Iran is in a revolution, chaotic revolution. France and the UK want to put troops on the ground in Ukraine. The German Chancellor Merz announced a possible forced mobilization of their troops and the calling up of young men into the army to offset the threat of Russia. And this is what the news focuses on: a news bomb hitting the UK and ICE agents killing a woman in America, which is very sad, but is nothing in comparison to what we're seeing happen on the world stage. Are we not being told that world leaders are idiotic enough to be pressing straight towards World War III? Do they not realise that war destroys absolutely everything and kills everyone? We will lose everything. Maybe this is the great financial reset opportunity that they've been waiting for. Maybe this is it, guys. So let me know what you think in the chat. Also, please write to your MP and say, or write to your senator, wherever you live in this world, not just in the UK, write to your leaders and say, we don't want rising tensions. We don't want more war. What we want is peace, and we want to live through this, please. Guys, this is the time to write. If you're not worried about all that stuff that's happening on the world stage, and you just think you can put your head in the sand and it will go away, you have to take action and let them know this isn't what you want. please, please, please mobilise your pens now before your children are mobilised later. Guys, in the chat, please like, please share, please subscribe if you want more information on this over the coming weeks. Take care. See you soon.